Hello, everyone. Welcome to this evening's quiz. Apologies for starting the stream a couple of minutes late. I hope everyone's well, and I hope you are ready and raring to go for another evening of quizzing and quiz questions. So, as always, we'll be starting at about 8:05, just giving everyone who wants to join enough time to join. So, use this time to get yourself nice and settled, grab yourself a drink. And if you haven't already had a look at the picture round, you can use this time for that as well. So the link for the picture round is over on the Facebook page, and it's also down below in the video description. And the theme for that this week is musical theatre posters. I had a request from a couple of people for something musical theatre related, so I thought that was a nice way to go. Feel free to say hello if you are here. It's always nice to know who's here. Hi, Prem. Hi, Mum. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you've all had a lovely month so far. Lovely month since the last quiz. So for me, it's been quite busy actually. Hi, Chris and Yvonne. Went away for a few days, which is very nice, down to Devon. Hi, Ian. You went to Devon for a few days. I went and stayed in Banbury for a few days. So I've been here, there, and everywhere, it feels like. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Matteo. Yeah, so we're here tonight. Although I must admit, I know this sounds really strange. Normally I'm like, oh, Christmas. And this year I've been like, I want to put my Christmas decorations up. So I was like, I'm holding off until November's quiz at least, and then they might go up. Who knows? I've already got my advent calendar. So I had my first chocolate orange of the year over the weekend. So, started buying Christmas presents over the weekend as well, feeling surprisingly organised. So I think that's what's put me in the Christmas spirit, to be fair, is buying Christmas presents. Hi, Rachel. Yeah. How is everybody else doing? Oh, you and Frank. Oh, hi, Frank. I feel like I've just been rambling, as it always happens at the start of these quizzes. I always felt like I need to write myself a script of what to say, and then I won't go rambling off. But then it's always nice to be organic, let's say. Doing enough. I've actually been doing script writing at work today, so don't need to write another one. Oh, hi, Matt. Yeah, I've been writing a script. We normally have a poster day, but because we're not back in work, we're having a short videos day based off movies. So we're doing a James Bond themed short video that I, for some reason, agreed to be the team lead for. So make for quite a fun week at work. Quite a different week. It's not very often that you get to dress up and shoot people with guns. So yeah, that's the weird thing that's going on in my life. But yes, for everyone who's joined in the middle of my rambling, hello and welcome. And I hope you are ready for another evening of quizzing. So we'll be starting about 8:05, so in about 4 or 5 minutes. I'll bash my wrist on the table. We'll be starting in about 4 or 5 minutes. Just start the stream a bit earlier to give everyone who wants to join some time to join. Hi, Andrew, and hi, Silver Surfers. So use this time to get yourself nice and settled, grab a drink, etc., and have a look at the picture round. So the link for the picture round is over on the Facebook page. It's also in the video description. The theme for that this week, they're all theatre or sort of musicals, logos and posters. You just have to work out what show they are from. As I had a request from a couple of different people for something musical theatre related, and well, that was a nice something a little bit different. So yeah, you've got that this week. But yes, we'll be starting in about 3 minutes now, so not too much longer. Oh, pardon me. Gosh, this always happens. I feel like I've rambled about nothing for 7 or 8 minutes, and now I don't quite know what else to say, and I've got a couple of minutes left of just random awkward silence. It'll be fine. It won't be too long until we start the quiz, which definitely was not written this afternoon after I finished work, as always. Although actually, December's one, I've already got ideas for all the rounds I want, so I'll probably start writing it after this quiz. So, December's one might actually be written in advance. But we will see. Yeah, not very much longer left to go. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, not very long left. And then we will make a start. So. I feel like this jumper looks far blacker than it usually does. I don't know why. It's actually striped, but you can't tell on the camera. It just looks all one colour. It's also roll neck, but you can't see that very well on the camera either. Okay, by my clock, it's just ticked over to 8:05, so let's make a start. So hello and welcome everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful month since the last quiz and you're looking forward to the quiz this evening. So the format, same as always, but just in case there is anyone new, I know we did actually have someone new last month, so I do like to carry on saying this just in case. So yeah, same format as always. So we've got 5 rounds, which will be 3 rounds followed by a short break. We'll then mark those 3 rounds. We'll then do the final 2 rounds, have a short break, mark those 2 rounds, and mark the picture round. So your round themes this week, we're starting off with general knowledge as always. You've then got a history round in honour of it being Remembrance Sunday and Armistice Day. We've then got a connecting word or missing word round. So for anyone who knows Richard Osman's House of Games, it's almost like Answer Smash, but you've not got a question, you've just got 2 words you have to sort of join up. Then round 4 will be science and nature, and round 5 is an answer chain round. So I'll explain that one. I'm sure most of you already know what that is, if not everyone, but I'll go through it when it comes to it, what that one entails. So the rules are the same as always, but again, just in case anyone's new, your first rule is the same as any standard pub quiz. Please don't look your answers up. The whole point of the quiz is to test what you know. So it's not fair to yourself to look up the answers. You're not then testing what you know. The second rule is please don't post your answers in the comments. So write them down on a piece of paper, put them in a Word document, whatever you like to do, just don't post them in the comments, because obviously that then gives it away to everyone else. The third rule is just be nice. I am human. I've been known to make mistakes on occasion. But please don't shout at me for it. I have feelings. My feelings get hurt. Just be nice. Be nice to me. Be nice to everyone. Which I think is just a general life rule as well. And rule number 4 is this quiz is for fun. There's no prize, so just enjoy yourself. And with that is everything. So I believe we are ready to start. So if you are ready to go, pop me a message in the comments. And when everyone has said they're ready, we'll get going. Hi, Ella. Cool. Right, we've got a few readies, so let's get going. So, starting off with round 1, as always, your general knowledge round. Question number 1. Which English monarch has the same name as a variety of plum? So, question number 1. Which English monarch has the same name as a variety of plum? Number 2, which is the only vowel that is not used as the first letter of a US state? So number 2, which is the only vowel that isn't used as the first letter of a US state? Number 3, the musical Kiss Me Kate is a retelling of which Shakespeare play? So number 3, the musical Kiss Me Kate is a retelling of which Shakespeare play? Number 4, what name is given to the Japanese skill of growing miniature trees? So number 4, what name is given to the Japanese skill of growing miniature trees? Number 5, how would you write the number 77 in Roman numerals? So, number 5, how would you write the number 77 in Roman numerals? Question number 6. On which day of the week are elections held in the UK? So, number 6. On which day of the week are elections held in the UK? Number 7. What is the singer Adele's surname? So, number 7. What is the singer Adele's surname? Number 8. What is the name of Dennis the Menace's dog? So, number 8. What is the name of Dennis the Menace's dog? Number 9. How many are there in a baker's dozen? So, number 9. How many are there in a baker's dozen? And finally, question 10. Where were Norse gods said to live? So, number 10. Where were Norse gods said to live? Okay, with that, we're at the end of round 1. So if you've got any questions you'd like me to repeat, then just drop the question number in the comments and I'll repeat that for you. Otherwise, we'll shortly move on to round 2. Okay, let's move on to round 2 now then. So round 2 is all about history. So question number 1. What time in the day did World War I officially end? So question number 1. At what time in the day did World War I officially end? Question number 2. Which British king was known to have suffered from a stammer? So, number 2. Which British king was known to have suffered from a stammer? Oh, Prem, that's a good point. I'm not actually sure. It's just kind of, it's the time that the so for question 1, it's the time that the peace treaty said that it would ceasefire would happen, is what I'm looking for. So don't actually know what time zone that was, but the peace treaty, well, whatever was signed, said it would be a particular time. So just because we had that interruption, I'll just repeat question 2 again. So question 2 was, which British king was known to have suffered from a stammer? And then question 3, which animal took Hannibal over the Alps? So number 3 was, which animals took Hannibal over the Alps? Number 4, in which year did the Chernobyl disaster occur? So you get 1 point for getting the year exactly correct, or half a point if you're within 2 years either side. So number 4, in which year did the Chernobyl disaster occur? So you get the full point if you're dead on, or half a point if you're within 2 years either side. Number 5, which city is said to have been founded by Romulus and Remus? So number 5, which city is said to have been founded by Romulus and Remus? Number 6, which English king succeeded King Richard I? So number 6, which English king succeeded King Richard I? Number 7, who was Lord Mayor of London 4 times between 1397 and 1419, and the inspiration for a classic English folk tale and pantomime? So number 7, who was Lord Mayor of London 4 times between 1397 and 1419, and was the inspiration for a classic English folk tale and pantomime? Number 8, which US president is the only one to have served more than 2 terms in office? So number 8, which US president is the only one to have served more than 2 terms in office? number 9. Which British conflict lasted from 1455 to 1487? So number 9, which British conflict lasted from 1455 to 1487? And finally, question number 10. What was the final battle fought by Napoleon? So number 10, what was the final battle fought by Napoleon? Okay, with that, we're at the end of round 2. So as before, if you want me to repeat any questions from that round, then drop the question number in the comments. I'll wait a couple of moments to see if any come through, and then we'll move on to round 3. Pardon me. Okay, there's been no requests for repeats, so we'll move on to round 3 now. So round 3 is what I like to call a connecting word or missing word. So what you need to do for this one, I'll give you 2 words, and you need to find the word that can go make another word or phrase by going after the first word and before the second word. So, for example, if I gave you washing and gun, the connection would be machine, because you could have washing machine and machine gun, for example. Where was the Henry VII question? Why was I meant to do a Henry VII question? If I missed something, or even a Henry VIII question. Don't know if I missed something there. Apologies if I missed something that you were expecting. So we'll move on to round 3. I hope the premise makes sense. If it doesn't to start with, you'll pick it up, hopefully, as we go through the round. So question number 1, what word can come after pine and before pie? So number 1 is pine and pie. I think that might just be a selective memory problem. I don't think there is always one about Henry VIII, but I'll go back and check that after the quiz. Yes, so number 1 is pine and pie. Number 2 is wind and cleaner. So what word can come after wind and before cleaner? Number 3, what word can come after dandelion and before work? So number 3 is dandelion and work. Number 4, what word can come after time and before cloth? So number 4 is after time and before cloth. Number 5, what word can come after cat and before bin? So number 5 is after cat and before bin. Number 6, what word can come after blue and before bank? So number 6 is after blue and before bank. Number 7 is what word can come after cricket and before stick? So number 7 is after cricket and before stick. Number 8 is what word can come after tennis and before gown? So number 8, what word can come after tennis and before gown? Number 9, what word can come after traffic and before tart? So number 9 is after traffic and before tart. And your final question in this round, what word can come after sheep and before tired? So number 10, what word can come after sheep and before tired? Okay, so that is the end of round 3, and that means we're at the halfway point of our quiz. So what we'll do now, we'll have a short break for about 4 minutes. use this time to finalise your answers for all the questions from the first 3 rounds. If you'd like any questions repeating from any of the 3 rounds, then let me know. Make sure to include the round number so that I know which round you're asking about. Otherwise, I'll assume it's the last one. We'll come back in about 3.5 to 4 minutes and then mark the first rounds. Ryan, can we answer round 3 at the end? So we've had a request to answer round 3 at the end, which is fine. So we can do that. So just to give you a bit more time to think about it, because I know that one is quite a lateral thinky round. So we'll have our break and then we'll mark rounds 1 and 2. Always happy to oblige if people want a little bit more time. That's fine. So we'll come back in about 3 minutes now. No problem, Ryan. Okay, I've had some requests for repeats. So round 1, question 5 was, how would you write the number 77 in Roman numerals? And then round 3, questions 2, 3, and 4. So question 2 was the word that comes after wind and before cleaner. Number 3 is what word can come after dandelion and before work. And number 4, what word can come after time and before cloth. If anyone wants any others repeating, then do let me know. Okay, I'll give you just half a minute longer now. Okay, plenty of time, so we will make a start on the answers now for rounds 1 and 2, starting off logically with round 1. So your answers for round 1. Question 1, the monarch that shares their name with a variety of plum is Victoria. Number 2, the only vowel that's not used as the first letter of a US state is E. Examples for the others is Alabama, Arkansas, Idaho, Ohio, and Utah, for example. So there is more. That's just an example for each of the other letters. Number 3, the musical Kiss Me Kate is a retelling of The Taming of the Shrew. Number 4, the Japanese skill of growing miniature trees is bonsai. Number 5, the number 77 in Roman numerals would be LXXVII. Number 6, elections in the UK are held on a Thursday, traditionally. Number 7, the singer Adele's surname is Adkins. Number 8, Dennis the Menace's dog is called Gnasher. Number 9, there are 13 in a baker's dozen. And number 10, the Norse gods are said to live in Asgard. And then number 2, World War One officially ended at 11 a.m. That's why we observe the 2-minute silence at 11 a.m. Number 2, the British king that was known to have suffered from a stammer is George VI. Number 3, the animals that took Hannibal over the Alps is an elephant. Number 4, the Chernobyl disaster occurred in 1986. So you get a full point if you got 1986, half a point if you were within 2 years either side, so 84, 85, 87 or 88. Number 5, the city said to have been founded by Romulus and Remus was Rome. It gets its name from Romulus. Number 6, the English king that succeeded King Richard I is King John. Number 7, the Lord Mayor of London four times between 19... Gosh, can't talk. The person who was Lord Mayor of London 4 times between 1397 and 1419 was Richard Dick Whittington. So Dick Whittington. Number 8, the US president who is the only one to have served more than 2 terms in office is Franklin D. Roosevelt. And you need to put Franklin D. Roosevelt because there was 2 presidents with the surname Roosevelt. So you need to say which one it is. So Roosevelt is not enough. If you put Roosevelt, you can get half a point. Number 9, the British conflict that lasted from 1455 to 1487 is the War of the Roses. So that's not far off your head with the 8th question, Prem. Not too far off. And number 10, the final battle fought by Napoleon was the Battle of Waterloo. And then, as mentioned, to give you a little bit more time just to do the lateral thinking for round 3, we will go through that one at the end. So we'll now move on to the questions in the second half of the quiz. Starting off with your science and nature round. So question number 1, what is the only bird that is able to hover or fly backwards? So number 1, what is the only bird that's able to hover or fly backwards? Number 2, at which temperature are the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales equal? So number 2, at which temperature are the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales equal? Number 3, what is the second most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere? So number 3, what is the second most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere? Number 4, how many stomachs does a cow have? So number 4, how many stomachs does a cow have? Number 5, what is mycology the study of? So number 5, what is mycology the study of? It's mycology spelt M for Mike, Y for Yankee, C for Charlie, O for Oscar, L for Lima, O for Oscar, G for Golf, Y for Yankee. Number 6, how many bones are there in the adult human body? So, number 6, how many bones are there in the adult human body? Number 7, true or false? Jellyfish have hearts. So, number 7, true or false? Jellyfish have hearts. Number 8, in what year was the first mammal cloned? So, number 8, in what year was the first mammal cloned? Number 9, what is the largest part of the human brain? So, number 9, what is the largest part of the human brain? And finally, question 10, maths question for you. A car travels at a constant speed of 40 miles per hour. How far does the car travel in 45 minutes? So, number 10, a car travels at a constant speed of 40 miles per hour. How far does the car travel in 45 minutes? Okay, that is the end of round 4. So, as always, if you'd like any questions repeating, just let me know. Okay, had no request for repeat, so we'll move on to the final round now, which is an answer chain round. So for anyone who might be new, the way this one works, it's a general knowledge round, but the last letter of one answer becomes the first letter of the next one. For anyone who's done it before, it's single letters this time. I know I have done it with multiple overlapping letters, but yeah, this one's just single letters. So question number 1, Germany's attack on which country provoked Britain into joining World War I? So number 1, Germany's attack on which country provoked Britain into World War I? Number 2, in the James Bond franchise, who is the secretary to M? So number 2, in the James Bond franchise, who is the secretary to M? Number 3, in the common mnemonic. I can't talk tonight, I apologise. Start question 3 again. So number 3, in the common mnemonic for the colours of the rainbow, which city is Richard from? So number 3, in the common mnemonic for the colours of the rainbow, which city is Richard from? Number 4, in boxing, what does the abbreviation KO stand for? So number 4, in boxing, what does the abbreviation KO stand for? Number 5, according to the musical Annie, when will the sun come out? So number 5, according to the musical Annie, when will the sun come out? Number 6, in Monsters Inc., what is the surname of the CEO of Monsters Incorporated? So number 6, in Monsters Inc., what is the surname of the CEO of Monsters Incorporated? Number 7, which small flower is sung about in The Sound of Music? So, number 7, which small flower is sung about in The Sound of Music? Number 8, what number do the numbers on opposite sides of a dice sum to? So, number 8, what number do the numbers on opposite sides of a dice sum to? Number 9, who was the first person to walk on the moon? So, number 9, who was the first person to walk on the moon? And finally, question 10. In which British reality TV series do you watch other people reacting to TV shows? So, number 10, in which British reality TV series do you watch other people reacting to TV shows? Okay, so that is the end of round 5, which means that's the end of all of the questions for this evening. So as before, we'll have a short break now, about 4 to 5 minutes. So use this time to ask for any repeats, for any questions you'd like, and finalise your answers from the last few rounds. This is also your last chance to have a look at the picture round. So if you haven't had a look at the picture rounds yet, you can find that over on the Facebook page. There's also a link to that in the video description. So yeah, we'll come back in a few minutes, mark rounds 3 to 5 and the picture round. But yes, let me know if you've got any questions you'd like repeating, and let me know the round number as well. Otherwise, I'll assume it's the final round. Pardon me. I'll give you just about a minute more. Okay, we've got plenty of time now, so we will make a start on going through the answers. So starting off with round 3, connecting word. So number 1, the answer is apple. So you make pineapple and apple pie. So number 2 is pipe. So you've got windpipe and pipe cleaner. So pipe. Number 3 is clock. You've got dandelion clock and clockwork. Number 4 is table. So you can make timetable and tablecloth. So table is your answer. Number 5 is litter. So you've got cat litter and litter bin. Number 6 is bottle. So you can make blue bottle and bottle bank. Number 7 is match. So you can have a cricket match and a matchstick. Number 8 is ball. You can have a tennis ball and a ball gown. Number 9 is jam. You can have a traffic jam and jam tart. And finally, number 10 is dog. So you can make sheepdog and dog tired. Moving on to round 4, the science and nature round. So question number 1, the only bird that can hover or fly backwards is a hummingbird. Number 2, the temperature that the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales are equal is -40 degrees. Number 3, the second most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere is oxygen. Number 4, a cow has 4 stomachs. Number 5, mycology is the study of fungi. If you put mushrooms, you can have that point as well. It specifically is fungi, so broader than mushrooms. Number 6, there are 206 bones in the adult human body. Number 7 was true or false, jellyfish have hearts. That is false. They have barely anything. They've not got brain. They've not got lots of things that you would traditionally consider vital. Number 8, in which year was the first mammal cloned? That was in 1996, Dolly the sheep. Number 9, the largest part of the human brain is the cerebrum. So whilst it's split into 2 hemispheres, it's technically is still one structure, the cerebrum. You've got other things like the cerebellum and the hippocampus, I believe, but the cerebrum is the largest part. And number 10, a car travels at constant speed of 40 miles an hour. So in 3/4 of an hour, it travels 3/4 of its speed, so 30 miles. Round 5, the answer chain round. So question number 1, Germany's attack on Belgium provoked Britain into World War I. So Belgium is your answer. Number 2, in the James Bond franchise, M's secretary is Moneypenny or Miss Moneypenny. Either of them are fine. Number 3, in the rhyme for the colours of the rainbow, Richard is from York. Number 4, KO is knockout. Number 5, according to Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow. Number 6, probably the trickiest question in this one. In Monsters, Inc., the surname of the CEO is Waternoose. Number 7, the small flower that they sing about in The Sound of Music is an Edelweiss. Number 8, the number on opposite sides of a dice. The number that the numbers on opposite sides of a dice sum to is 7. So you'll always have 1 opposite 6, 2 opposite 5, and 3 opposite 4. So each of those pairs sum up to 7. Number 9, the first person to walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong. And number 10, the British reality TV series where you watch people watching TV is Gogglebox. And then finally is the picture round. So number 1 is the logo for Phantom of the Opera. Number 2 is West Side Story. Number 3 is Disney's Aladdin, or just Aladdin is fine. Number 4 is Kinky Boots. 5 is Les Mis, or Les Miserables in full. 6 is Cats. 7 is Grease. 8 is Mary Poppins. 9 is Hairspray. And 10 is Mamma Mia. So, Ryan, I won't give you. So, I've never heard of nut pie. So, like, I'm going to say I've never heard of nut pie being a thing. But windscreen and screen cleaner, you can have that point. That's another valid one, I would say. Although other people seem to be saying no. But you know, I would say windscreen and screen cleaner is fine. There we go. So that is the end of your quiz for this week. I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, Andrew, I'd say, yeah, that's also fine. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed that quiz. Have a lovely month. And so just was one final point to note. I mentioned it in last week's quiz, and also I put it on the Facebook page. Last quiz, gosh, I can't even talk tonight, I'm sorry. Next month's quiz is going to be the final quiz that I run on a regular basis. I might come back and still do one-offs, so do keep an eye on the Facebook page. But yeah, it's getting to be quite a lot for me. So yeah, next month will be the last one. And also just another point to note, the date has moved. So it was originally scheduled for the 13th. It's now going to be on the 20th of December. So it'll be a little bit Christmas themed, a little bit quiz themed, probably. It'll be a bit of everything, just a nice sort of final goodbye quiz. Yes, so I hope to see everybody there. But yes, I hope you all enjoyed this quiz. Have a wonderful month, and I will see you all on the 20th of December. Bye, everyone.